Hello and good morning. Happy Monday. I hope you all had a wonderful weekend. It is April 27th, and last night I came up with a pretty fun idea, or yesterday I came up with a pretty fun idea for today's show. And that is we're going to have a battle royale. And the battle royale is we're going to take every single animatronic from Disneyland, and each team is its own attraction. And which attraction, if their animatronics came to life, would win the battle royale? So we're going to go ride by ride and evaluate its chances and everything like that. Some are going to be just pushed to a side real fast. But we're going to have kind of debate here. Comment down below, who do you think would be the attraction with the best odds with their animatronics coming to life and winning this battle royale? I think it's interesting. So let's just go right into it. And before we get started, anything that is like projected on like a screen, it doesn't count. That's not an animatronic. So like one that we're gonna talk about right away. Star Tours. A lot of those characters on those rides are on that ride. It's just on the screen. It's not animatronic. So let's just jump right on into it. We're gonna start in Tomorrowland, and we're gonna knock out some right away. Astro Orbiter, no chance. They have no animatronic, therefore gone. Star Tours, kind of just droids here because we're not dealing with screens. The droids that are left really can't do much, therefore not really in consideration. Astro Blasters, another one, I get there's the laser and stuff like that. You're dealing with a little bit of size, but for the most part, there's a numbers game that might win like the Tomorrowland division, but outside of that, I don't think this is much of a threat. Therefore, I think we're just going to put Astro Blasters to the side. I don't think they would go very far, but they probably outlast everything in Tomorrowland. Space Mountain, no animatronics, so no real contender there. Autopia, you got the bird, which that thing's going away real quick, so that's gone. And then Finding Nemo, not a lot of dangerous stuff going on down there, honestly. I mean, it's got the advantage of water, but probably would get taken out pretty quick. So yeah, I mean, Astro Blasters are probably, or Astro Blasters probably the only one that we can kind of talk about here, but still probably going out pretty quickly. Matterhorn is interesting, and Matterhorn is probably one of the first ones that we will seriously take into consideration. Yeti Harold is a contender. He is alone, so it is just him. But the Matterhorn, I think, is the first one we can put into the this is a contender, potentially, possibility. Cool. Let's go through the loop really quick around Fantasyland. Um, Snow White, probably take it out. Doors aren't doing much there. Pinocchio, there's a few animatronics, but for the most part, nothing too dangerous going on in there. Take that one out. Mr. Toad, same thing. I mean, it might run over a weaker opponent, but outside of that, probably going to get taken out by a few of these other things. Peter Pan, interesting. Peter Pan could be considered. Um, Peter Pan can fly. He's sword fighting. There's some pirates there, but probably not going to last long. But we can at least put them to a side of like, okay, they're a contender. Storybook, nope, too small. Teacups, there is no animatronics, and then Alice in Wonderland. I don't think we really need to talk about that one too much. Just thinking about the animatronics in there, the flowers. I mean, there's a good lot of them in there, but overall, nothing that's going to be too crazy. Nothing that's going to be too violent. So I don't think they would advance very far in a battle royale. That brings us into one a little bit up north, which it's a small world. Those are non-violent characters, but there's a lot of them. So let's just kind of keep them alive for a moment here. There's a lot of them, so we'll keep it into consideration. Just the mass chaos of a lot of dolls coming at you. So, Toontown. I think the whole of Toontown probably gets cut pretty quick. Roger Rabbit, goofy stuff going on there, but overall, I mean, they got the dynamite though. Roger Rabbit. I'll put Roger Rabbit to a side. Actually, I'll put Roger Rabbit. That might be an interesting one. Um, the coaster, nothing there. That's gone quickly. And Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. It's a lot of screens. A lot of screens. So, yeah, that's not going to work. So, those would get knocked out pretty quick. Let's jump over to Frontierland really quickly and jump over to Big Thunder Mountain. Just a few animatronics. Granted, they're animals. I think they get taken out pretty fast. You got the rattlesnake, the goat, but nothing that's like totally crazy compared to some of these other things. Probably gets knocked out pretty quick just because there's not a lot of dangerous creatures out there. Let's jump over into Adventureland, and this is kind of a little bit different on the flip side of what we just said. Now you're dealing with some dangerous animals with the Jungle Cruise, and Jungle Cruise I think is a serious contender. You got a lot of lions and Bengals and elephants. The crocodiles. You got things that can actually make some noise in this tournament. Therefore, I think we got to really consider Jungle Cruise. Put that one to a side. I was going to say maybe Tiki Room, but I think Jungle Cruise probably takes out the Tiki Room because there's about equal animals there. Those are just birds. These things are a lot more powerful than birds, so a little bit hard to keep Tiki Room around. I will keep Indiana Jones around, though. I think that can be a real contender. Granted, we're just having Indiana Jones as a solo. There's not many other animatronics in there, so it's kind of a dark horse. Um, so I'll leave it on the list for right now as it could be a contender, but I don't think it's going to last too long, unfortunately, just being the solo against these big teams. Talking about big teams, let's go over into New Orleans Square, which I think one of the toughest ones is Pirates of the Caribbean, because you got a lot of pirates that are willing to do some crazy stuff. A lot of swords, a lot of dynamite going on. So you got a good number of individuals fighting in this one. Therefore, we'll come back to pirates. The trickiest one on the board, and I don't know what to do with this one, is Haunted Mansion. They're already dead. So how do you kill what is already dead? Therefore, Haunted's gonna survive pretty well into this battle royale, in my opinion. And we'll put them to a side as well. Tiana's, I think they don't really survive. They've got some characters, but unfortunately, they're a little bit more on the nicer side. They're more into music. So unfortunately, I don't think Tiana's makes it forward. You're also dealing with a lot of smaller animals on that one too, so those animatronics just not as intimidating, I guess, as some of these others that we've kept. Winnie the Pooh, unfortunately, you're too friendly. I just don't see you doing too well in this battle royale, even though there's a lot of you guys once again in this one. I just don't see that one kicking out. Let's head over to Galaxy's Edge. Unfortunately, Smugglers, pretty much all screens on that one. Hondo's there, but Hondo ain't gonna do much. So unfortunately there. And then we got Rise of the Resistance. This is where Magical Force comes in, and that's what might mess some things up. So they're definitely going to get on the list of our final contenders. I've got 9 written down. So we got 9 going to the finals here, the ones that I think would survive to the end. And we'll just start knocking them off individually one by one. I'll tell you the 9 that we got left. We got Matterhorn, Peter Pan, It's a Small World, Indy, Jungle Cruise, Pirates, Haunted, Rise, and Roger Rabbit. There's 3 that come to mind right away here that I'm like, I don't think they're going to make it very much longer. So let's knock off It's a Small World. Great number of dolls, but let's be real, they're not causing any damage, so they're just not going to make it. Indy, as much as I want him to go on, he's won. He's won against a bundle in a bunch of these cases, and he's fighting people with guns and swords. Just wouldn't end up going very well. Roger Rabbit, even though he's got a lot of tools, a lot of goofy stuff going on, it's really just him and Jessica Rabbit. There's a few other animatronics here and there. numbers game, just says, probably would get knocked out pretty quickly with the group that we got left. I would say Peter Pan probably coming in next. He probably does damage to the weaker opponents, a lot of the ones we've already knocked off. But the ones that are left, I think that's where he struggles. He can fly, but you got some problems here, especially going up against like Hilo, the Great Dead of Haunted Mansion, pirates. People can shoot him. So unfortunately, Peter Pan is done. And Matterhorn, I think the Yeti. This just goes back to being a numbers game. Individually, pound for pound, probably the strongest on the list. Kind of playing that like Hulk thing, but the fact that he's going to be like one against the whole Jungle Cruise, one against the whole Pirates, it's just probably not going to go well. So unfortunately, we'll say goodbye to the Matterhorn. We're down to four. We got Rise, Haunted, Pirates, and Jungle Cruise. And, at this point, I really like Jungle Cruise. I really like Pirates, but you're dealing with unnatural human earthly forces when we're talking about Rise and we're talking about Haunted. Rise has the Force, even though there's only one Kylo, and sure, there's a bunch of sports stormtroopers and all that stuff, but they never hit anything. So it's really Kylo against all. But I almost want to say Kylo takes it out and somehow finds a way to kill the dead. So, because the Haunted Mansion, even though they're dead, they have crazy stuff going on in there. I just think Kylo has the ability to still to take them out, even though there's a lot more ghosts in the Haunted Mansion. They just don't seem. They seem tough to kill, but how are they going to do damage? How are they going to kill Kylo? That's the thing, and I don't see that happening. Um, uh, the only way we could see an upset is, Jungle Cruise got a lot of animals there. They could gang up on Kylo. That could very well happen. Pirates is the same thing. So they could gang up on Kylo, and then, there you go. There goes Rise. Rise is gone. And then you're dealing with, Haunted Pirates Cruise, and you're kind of at an interesting stalemate. I mean, Kylo has to take out Haunted. So that would have to happen. Let's say that happens between Cruise and Pirates. I'll take out Pirates. So Rise is probably my winner of this battle royale. Second place, or if somehow Kylo got knocked out early on or something along the lines, I think you're probably going Pirates. Pirates also know how to kill the dead. We've seen that in, the Curse of the Black Pearl. We've seen that. So maybe they use some of that magic. Jack Sparrow kicking around. So actually, I'd probably kick. You know what? I'd probably kick Haunted, because there's actually now two possibilities of taking out the dead there with the Pirates and Kylo. So actually, Haunted goes down a little bit lower for me. And yeah, I think they should take out Pirates, and Kylo probably take out Jungle Cruise. So yeah, it's really Rise or Pirates for me. I'll go Rise one, Pirates two. Pirates just a lot of things going on, but I think you can go either way. That was a lot. I spoke a lot there. So right before I did this, I typed up the prompt into Chat GPT, and I asked it, what do you think, which rides animatronics would win? Make sure you comment down below. It's kind of a fun one. But let's hear what they said as their responses. So they have their obvious top tier contenders, Rise, same as us. This is a heavyweight champion. They've got the squad stormtroopers, massive AT-AT walkers, full military, and Kylo. So yeah, we kind of the things that we talked about. They've got Indiana Jones. They're using the boulder as an animatronic. I didn't really talk about that, but okay. I had Indiana Jones in my top 9, so fair enough. I mean, I want Indy, but it's one against a lot. And then you got pirates as well here, a full pirate army, cannon ships. So yeah, kind of the same thing I was mentioning. So actually, 2 of the 3 that I had in my top 2 are here. Middle pair, Haunted Mansion. Kind of the same thing. How do you kill the dead? Jungle Cruise, elephants, hippos, raw strength. So that's tough. Has Tiana's on here. Lots of characters, but not very combat ready. So kind of same thing I said, but they had Tiana's in the top uh, six. It's a small world at as a wild card. Kind of the same thing, just a lot of swarm. Yeah, they're not individually harmless, but in a swarm, yes, this kind of thing I was thinking. Great moments with Mr. Lincoln. Wow, they're thinking Lincoln is just gonna go, just killing people. That's a wild card. All right, that was even on my list. But yeah, ChatGPT's got Lincoln in its top eight. All right. Who wins? Most likely they've got Rise. A lot of the same things I said. Runner up, they got Haunted Mansion. So similar to what I said as well. If it can't be destroyed counts, they outlast everyone. That makes sense. And then their dark horse, they also have the Jungle Cruise. A lot of animals that can do a lot of violent things. Yeah, hell of a show. It's good. So we got a little violent. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for watching. That is the Disneyland attractions, animatronics, Battle Royale. I think, and ChatGPT agrees, Rise would win. Both got pirates right there as well. I'll see y'all tomorrow. That was fun.